The NBA Most Improved Award is given to the player that's shown the most progress in the regular season. In this video, we're going to look back at the last 10 players to bring home the award and where they are now. So if you guys like my content, make sure you like and subscribe. Let's try to get 33 likes on today's video, and let's hop right into it. Okay guys, we're going to start with the winner from 2009, Danny Granger. Danny Granger went to the University of New Mexico, where he had an amazing senior season, getting 19 points, shooting 52% from the field and 43% from 3. In the 2005 draft, he ended up going 17th overall to the Indiana Pacers, where he would get off to a slow start, only getting 7 points a game in his rookie season. He would improve in his second year to 14 points and 5 rebounds on solid efficiency. In his third season, he would improve to almost 20 points a game, 6 rebounds, shooting 45% from the field and over 40% from 3, and he would break out as a star in his fourth season, going to almost 26 points, shooting again 45% from the field and 40% from 3, making his first All-Star appearance and bringing home the NBA Most Improved Award. Danny Granger was one of those lethal scorers in the league. As an athletic 6'9" wing, he could shoot beyond the arc with the best of them. But not even 4 seasons after winning Most Improved, Granger was only averaging 5 points per game. What happened? His career really began to take a turn for the worse in the 2012-2013 season, where he missed 55 games with tendonitis in his left knee. The next season, he appeared in only 29 games where he averaged just 8 points, shooting 36% from the field. He would eventually get traded to the Philadelphia 76ers, and over the next year and a half, he would play on the Clippers, Heat, Suns, Pelicans, and Pistons. He would only touch the court for the Clippers and Heat, where again, it was nothing special, and after being waived by the Pistons in 2015, he never returned to the game. Now Danny Granger works as a game analyst on CBS Sports. It's sad to see so much potential fall apart due to injuries. Next, we have 2010, where the winner was Aaron Brooks, who in his senior season at Oregon had an incredible year, getting almost 20 points a game, shooting 46% from the field and 40% from 3, on his way to becoming the 26th overall pick in the 2007 draft to the Houston Rockets. He didn't have a big role in his rookie season, as he only got 12 minutes a game, but in his second year, that would go up to 25, where he put up 11 points and 3 assists. In his third season, we would see him take home the award as he broke out, getting 20 points, 5 assists, shooting 43% from the field and over 40% from 3. To start the following season, Aaron Brooks had to deal with some ankle injuries. He would end up getting traded midway through the season to the Phoenix Suns, where it didn't look like the Brooks we knew, only getting 10 points on pretty poor efficiency. He would never live up to the potential we saw in his Most Improved season, as up until last season, he bounced around the league, having small to medium roles where he managed to still hold some value in the league as a 3-point shooter. The most recent news surrounding Brooks is that he signed in the Australian NBL on the same team as projected top pick in the 2020 draft, LaMelo Ball. For 2011, we have a familiar name, and that's going to be Kevin Love, who in his freshman season at UCLA got 18 points and 11 rebounds, shooting 56% from the field and 35% from 3. This impressive freshman season ended up landing him as the 5th overall pick in the 2008 draft to the Minnesota Timberwolves. There in his rookie season, he would score 11 points and grab 9 rebounds. His second year would be pretty similar, but in his third season, we would see him break out, getting almost 20 points and an insane 15 rebounds, and even added a 3-point shot, shooting 42% from 3. He would continue to have success in Minnesota, but was eventually traded in 2014 to the Cleveland Cavaliers, joining LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Together, they would bring home a title in 2016, and Kevin Love has remained on the roster since. Love has had a pretty solid career, becoming a 5-time All-Star. The recent news surrounding him is him potentially being involved in a trade to a contender like the Portland Trail Blazers. For 2012, we have Ryan Anderson, who in his second year at the University of California produced 21 points and 10 rebounds a game and managed to go with the 21st pick in the 2008 draft to the New Jersey Nets. Anderson had a pretty solid start to his career, bringing value as a stretch 4, as in his first 3 seasons he averaged 9 points a game, shooting 38% from 3. He would win the award in his 4th season, getting 16 points and 8 rebounds on pretty solid efficiency. Now, this isn't as much of a jump like we typically see with someone who wins Most Improved, but his success would continue as 2 seasons later he would have the best season of his career on the New Orleans Pelicans, getting almost 20 points, shooting over 40% from 3. Since then, his volume would fall, but up until last season, he was still a solid stretch 4 for both the Pelicans and Houston Rockets. Ahead of this past season, Ryan Anderson was traded to the Phoenix Suns, where he didn't have much of a role whatsoever, and at the trade deadline was sent to the Miami Heat, where again, we didn't get to see much from him, and he was waived this offseason and still hasn't managed to get a new contract. Next, we got the 2013 winner Paul George, who jumped to the national stage in his sophomore season at Fresno State, getting 17 points as a 6'9" crazy athletic wing. In the 2010 draft, he would end up going 10th overall to the Indiana Pacers, where in his rookie season, he would only manage to get 8 points a game, but it improved to 12 points on solid efficiency in his second year, and would break out the following season, going to 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 42% from the field and 36% from 3, making his first All-Star appearance and winning Most Improved. Since then, Paul George has become one of the top players in the league as a 6-time All-Star and 4-time member of the All-NBA teams. He can take over the game on both ends and just finished the best season of his career playing at an MVP level, getting 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. After a blockbuster move this offseason, George is headed to the Los Angeles Clippers, joining Kawhi Leonard, and is poised to make a run at the title. Next, we have 2014, where we saw Goran Dragic, the 45th pick from overseas, back in the 2008 draft to the Phoenix Suns. The beginning of his career wasn't anything special, as in his first 4 seasons, he would only average 8 points and 3 assists. After a short stint in Houston, Dragic would return to the Suns, where we would see him gain some traction, scoring 15 points and dishing out 7 assists a game, but actually win the award a year later, scoring 20 points, shooting 51% from the field and 41% from 3. The Suns would move on from Dragic the following season, trading him to the Miami Heat, where he has played ever since, getting a solid 17 points and 5 assists. With only 1 year remaining on his deal, Dragic could be a potential trade target this upcoming offseason. Next, we have the 2015 winner Jimmy Butler, who is one of the most inspirational stories in the NBA. After being abandoned by both his parents by the age of 13, Jimmy Butler was on his own, living from house to house, but eventually was taken in by his teammates' family in his senior year of high school. He went on to go to Marquette, where in his junior season, he averaged 16 points and 6 rebounds, shooting 49% from the field and 35% from 3, and became the last pick in the first round to the Chicago Bulls in the 2011 draft. In his rookie season, he would only touch the court for 8 minutes, but by his third season, that was up to almost 39 a game, where he scored 13 points. The next season, he'd win the award, improving to 20 points, shooting 46% from the field and 38% from 3. Since then, Butler has played on the Timberwolves and 76ers, still as a top player in this league, and just signed a new deal to join the Miami Heat. It's incredible to see someone go from homeless to a small D1 program, then the last pick in the first round of the NBA draft, and eventually prove himself as a max contract player. For 2016, we have CJ McCollum, who also has an inspirational story. As to start his freshman season in high school, he was only 5'2", but by the end of his sophomore year, he had gained another 5 inches and would gain another 4 before the start of his junior season. In his senior year, he would dominate, getting 29 points, and would sign on to play at Lehigh University. There in his senior season, he would prove himself to be one of the top scorers in the country, getting 24 points, shooting 50% from the field, and an absolutely insane 52% from 3. In the 2013 draft, McCollum would go with the 10th overall pick to the Portland Trailblazers, but we wouldn't get to see much from him in his first 2 seasons, only getting 13 and 16 minutes a game. But in his third season, he would shock the NBA world, scoring almost 21 points a game, shooting 45% from the field and 42% from 3. Since then, he's continued to be one of the most versatile scorers in the league, and has formed one of the most lethal backcourts alongside Damian Lillard. CJ McCollum is yet to become an all-star, but so far has had a very solid career and shows no signs of slowing down. Next, we have the 2017 winner Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is the 15th overall pick to the Milwaukee Bucks in the 2013 draft from overseas. Giannis didn't have a big role in his rookie season, but showed us a lot of potential. His second year, he'd go up to 13 points and 7 rebounds. Again, we'd see a jump in his third season, where he'd get 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and over a block and a steal a game. His fourth season will be his breakout year, as he improved in every single statistical category, including points, where he went up to 23 a game. He took home most improved that season, but his progress would continue, going to 27 points the next season, and was actually in contention to bring home that award again. This past season, we all know what Giannis did, getting 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists, winning MVP, and leading his team to the best record in the league. For 2018, we have Victor Oladipo, who in his junior season at Indiana got 14 points and 2 steals. Backed by his athleticism and defensive potential, Oladipo went with the 2nd overall pick in the 2013 draft to the Orlando Magic. His rookie season was pretty solid. He managed to get 14 points and would continue to have success in Orlando over the next 2 seasons, but was eventually traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder, where he played alongside Russell Westbrook, getting 16 points a game. The following offseason, he was sent to the Indiana Pacers in the blockbuster Paul George trade. Here he would break out as an all-star, getting 23 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 48% from the field and 37% from 3. Currently, Oladipo is rehabbing an injury that cut his season short this past year. Next, we got this past season's winner, Pascal Siakam, who isn't really on this list, but worth mentioning because he just won the award. Siakam was a late first-round pick in 2016, but didn't have much production in his first 2 seasons, getting only 4 and 7 points a game. But this season, he took a huge jump. It was a massive part of the Toronto Raptors winning their first NBA championship. He got 17.7 rebounds, shooting with very solid efficiency while also being a good defender. Kawhi is out of Toronto, giving Pascal the keys to their future, and I'm excited to see his development. Lastly, I want to talk about some possible winners this upcoming season. I made a whole video about this a couple months ago, but right now, my favorites to win the award will be Justice Winslow and Lonzo Ball. Winslow took a big jump this past year, improving as a three-point shooter and playmaker. Even with Jimmy Butler coming to town, I expect a breakout season and wouldn't be surprised to see him win the award. Lonzo Ball is yet to live up to that insane hype he received coming out of college, but that doesn't mean he hasn't showed us a lot of potential. We knew what he'd be as a passer, and he surprised us with his elite defense. Playing on a young athletic team, I think we'll see Lonzo thrive, but the big thing for him is obviously improving with his scoring efficiency. That's the video, guys. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and the shoutouts are gonna be Gavin Panitz, Rep Boy, Wei Yi, Jelly Cones, and Darius Tomlin. If you guys want to shout out the next video, all you gotta do is like the video and comment liked or rep notification gang, and I'll shout 5 you guys out. With all that being said, hope you guys have a great day, and peace.